Hey, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Chastity. Here we talk about beauty, entertainment, celebrities, books, movies, anime, TV shows, and kind of anything else that garners my attention this week. And today's video is actually about a couple different things, but I think the best way to surmise this whole video is that it's time for the reign of bloggers to end. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is Hollywood Unlocks, announcing that Queen Elizabeth died. So if you're unaware, over the weekend it was announced that Queen Elizabeth had COVID. Now I did see some tinfoil hats, people saying that she's been sick for a while, because I feel like she hasn't physically been seen since December. So people were kind of saying that maybe now she's pretty much over the hump of COVID, and that's why they're saying it, because she's pretty much better. Again, tinfoil hats, right? You had the side of the internet that absolutely hates the royal family because all of their wealth is from genocide and murder, and the people who love her crying God save the queen and all this nonsense. And in the midst of all this pandemonium and people trying to get their jokes off, Hollywood Unlocked had posted that Queen Elizabeth is now dead. And they are the only news site, I don't want to call them a news site because they're a gossip page, but the only media that had posted this, and everybody had lost their mind. Because could you actually imagine if a gossip blog was the first one to break the death of Queen Elizabeth? Oh no, a gossip blog, when I tell you, all of the internet was in pieces, okay? Because why would you post that? First of all, why? Because I know why. Because these gossip pages and these even reputable news sources love to be the first one to post about somebody's death, which is gross and nasty, but okay. Y'all be clamoring at the opportunity to be the first one to break the story about somebody's death. Now, personally, I think this was a mistake of an intern. I think because sometimes they do write things in advance. So I think this whole thing about her death was probably pre-written, and some intern was like, well, I mean, she got COVID, let's go, and then posted that she died. Now, personally, if I was Jason Lee, he's the one that runs Hollywood Unlocked, I would consistently be checking my car, making sure nobody's following me, and make sure there is nothing in my house, because they are going to take you out. If that woman actually did D-word and you were the first one to break it, oh, they gonna break you. They gonna break you, Jason Lee. So then once he started getting dragged, because you're really expecting me to believe that Hollywood Unlocked breaks the news about Queen Elizabeth's death, he posts on Twitter, "We don't post lies, and I always stand by my sources, waiting for an official statement from the palace." Jason, who are your sources? Please enlighten all of us, because, sir, I think the dumbest thing to do is to mess with the royal family, okay? This is a death you don't want to be the first one to break unless they give it to you outright. Because listen, if they want you gone, they will get you gone, because again, you're just a little gossip blogger. But this man is standing 10 toes down in his sources. And his sources that he know for a fact that this woman is dead. Now, personally, I'm not trying to make an enemy of someone whose entire family is built on genocidal murder. Personally, those just don't seem the type of people you want to fuck with as a non-white person. But he want all the smoke, and he's swearing to God and heaven above that he's broken the story of Queen Elizabeth's death. And again, Hollywood Unlocked, of all the unreputable news sources, how do you get the news? I know. I refuse. I physically refuse to believe this. BuzzFeed actually interviewed Jason Lee about, breaking the news about the Queen's untimely death. And I'm going to read that to you. Lee mentioned to BuzzFeed News on Wednesday morning that he heard news directly from a wedding guest of British Vogue editor-in-chief Edward Enninful. I'm so sorry. According to Lee, the Queen was supposed to attend the massive star-studded ceremony in Wiltshire on Tuesday. This flies in the face of the fact that the Queen was not included in any public guest list. She has no personal relationship with NFL, and she stopped in-person meetings after testing positive for COVID-19. Lee said that a guest close to the Queen received a phone call, reacted emotionally to a few people, and those few people were informed that that's what happened. One UK source suggested to BuzzFeed News there may have been a misunderstanding related to the death of Queens of the Stone Age singer Mark Langan, who actually died unexpectedly Tuesday at the age of 57. News of Langan's death was shared on Twitter within the hour of Hollywood Unlocked's post about the Queen, which remained live on Wednesday but has been labeled by Instagram as false information. It is the way that there is an extremely high chance, without a fucking doubt, that Jason Lee reported on the wrong Queen's death. And instead of checking his sources and actually finding out the real story, he just went along and posted that Queen Elizabeth has died because, again, this weird need to be the first one to break the news about someone's death, which is, again, such a fucking morbid thing that you just want to be. You want to be the first one to say someone is no longer with us anymore. And I didn't believe it when I saw it, because without a doubt, Queen Elizabeth is getting some of the best healthcare in this fucking world. Again, her husband was a reanimated corpse for a fucking decade. That woman is not going nowhere. As much of a killer as COVID is, I highly doubt is going to take her out anytime soon. Again, her husband. Terrifying shit. He looked like that for 2 decades. He should have been died. That man had 15 heart transplants. God had been called that man, but because of good health care, he kept on kicking. But again, Jason Lee is standing 10 toes down in the fact that this woman is dead, when it's a really good chance that some singer named Queen died instead. I know Jason Lee every night is praying on that woman's death. I know he is, because how do you move past such a fucking blunder like this? How do you, as you're supposed to be a reputable source as a gossip blog, right? My news is always real, we don't lie over here. If this woman is kicking and breathing by next year, oh baby, oh, it's gonna be bad for your ass. It's going to be so bad for you. And now on to the second half of this video. It's time to defund bloggers. Listen, I grew up with bloggers, okay? I was a little too young, but I've always enjoyed grown people mess. And there was a point in time where bloggers really did care about spilling tea and getting their facts right, and giving us everything we need to know about these celebrities. And it was a fun time. I'm not even gonna hold you. I knew the amount of unnecessary pop culture information that is just swirling in my head, just useless things that really don't matter, but when people bring people up, I'm like, did you know? Because I really did enjoy gossip blogs. I was a kid, and again, I'm not a drama in my life type of person, but I do like other people's drama. And again, there was a point in time where gossip blogs were a lot more reputable. Again, one of my favorites was definitely Gossip in the City. Listen, Fee knew everybody's tea, okay? Your business, she knew it. Those was good times. Back when like a baller alert actually alerted you to the ballers, back before Lipstick Alley became the, like, it's always been a cesspool, but where Lipstick Alley is today is nowhere near where it used to be in its heyday, right? And like blogging was just new and it was exciting and it was fun, and again, they got a lot of their shit right. But then we had a shift and we had celebrities teams start paying these people and having these blogs on their payroll, and that completely ruined the game of celebrity tea. I really want you guys to start paying attention to when celebrities of a specific caliber and tax bracket are in some mess. Pay attention to like what these blogging sites say and what these bloggers say, because depending on the site, you're getting completely different perspectives. And I'm not just talking about different opinions. I'm talking about like a celebrity can do something downright heinous, and if a blog is like on their payroll, they might post something to distract people away from the situation or post good PR about you, while everyone else is posting about this huge scandal you're in, right? Or it'll be a situation where in one blog they'll be talking nasty about you in that specific situation, and then on a completely different blog they're talking nice about you in the same fucked up situation. I think the greatest example of this would probably be like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, because they're the two ones that you see it most notably. And so it's like, you don't know, of the blogging sites, like the most prominent one that is on Nicki Minaj's side is the Shade Room. Pay attention to when her husband is in the news for his court cases. You very rarely, if ever, see the Shade Room talk about Nicki in a negative light. And when shit with her husband is going down, they usually post very positively about Nicki. Versus how Hollywood Unlocked would post about Nicki, because they're not on Nicki's payroll. But they are on the payroll of allegedly Cardi B. Again, it's all alleged. We don't have proof, but it just looks very weird that we're not getting unbiased opinions. We're getting a lot of biased reporting on these situations. So, like, Hollywood Unlocked is perpetually always going to be on Cardi B's side. They're never going to post a negative story about her. If Cardi B is in some shit, they're going to take her side. They're going to post and leak information in order to make Cardi look good. Versus the Shade Room doesn't really post Cardi anymore. Like, they post her every once in a while, but they don't like they used to, because Cardi said to fucking stop. Which, listen, we gotta start suing these bloggers. I'm saying it worked with Tasha K. Maybe let's keep going, because these people they don't care. But just start to pay attention when there is something viral happening with a celebrity. Take note of all of these gossip sites, and you could kind of see who's in whose pockets, because there is no way a person can do in like we all agree is fucked up, and then the Shade Room is taking their side, or again, not even posting about it. You are a gossip site and major gossip is happening and you're not posting about it. That's fucking suspicious. And like, again, these celebrities getting in the pockets of these bloggers have completely ruined blogging. Like, it's not fun anymore, because because before, these bloggers did not have any stakes in these celebrities' lives. They weren't meeting these celebrities. They weren't friends with these celebrities. They wasn't getting money from these celebrities. So they were being brutally honest, and just, you was getting it. It didn't matter who you were. You was getting dragged, and it was a fun time. But now some of these bloggers are celebrities in their own right. They're rubbing elbows with famous people. They're at the Oscars and shit like that. And now a lot of the content is extremely biased. There's always been some bias in blogging, but now it's just like they're actually getting paid. And again, they now are friends with these celebrities. And if you're friends with a celebrity, why would you post bad shit about them? You're fucking friends. You know what I mean? It's just like, again, there have always been some bias in blogging and reporting, because if someone just didn't like you for whatever reason, they were going to, post more about you. But usually when some shit was happening, they was just posting all the tea. They wasn't really taking a side, and if they were still giving you both sides. Like we see it now with fucking Tory Lanez in the Shade Room. As somebody who used to actually be a fan of Tory Lanez before everything happened, I will go on the record and say the Shade Room has never posted him as much they are posting him now. And it's fucking insane to me. Because Tory Lanez, like, I think the only time that I saw a huge influx of posting about him pre the Megan situation was when he was doing quarantine radio. That was probably the most like interaction Tory Lanez and the Shade Room had ever fucking had. And then he shoots, and then he allegedly shoots Megan. And now a week does not go by without the Shade Room posting him or posting his tweets or whatever. Like, and it's like, it's so obvious that his team is trying to push PR for this tiny fucking menace. And it's not working on me. I see what the fuck you're doing. Because again, as someone who used to be a fan, y'all did not give a fuck about this man 2-3 years ago. Y'all used to clown this nigga and talk about the fact that all he can do is remix songs. Like, I remember the Tory Lanez fucking slander. And here y'all are bigging up a nigga with a painted on hairline. Y'all make me sick. Y'all make me fucking sick. I am not going to talk about Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, DJ Academics here on my YouTube channel. I will be making a video this weekend and then posting it on my Patreon talking about this, just because I've learned that any video that is going to get a high number of male viewers, comment section is going to be toxic and disgusting, and I'm simply not going to do that for free. Not for free. But all I have to say about that here on YouTube, all I have to say to DJ Academics is, you honey bun shaped bitch. How the fuck do you have insider trade information about pre-trial that hasn't even started yet? How the fuck do you know about DNA evidence when they haven't gone to trial yet? Pre-trial hasn't even fucking started yet. You dummy bitch. Listen, you and all your little chat niggas, the amount of N-word monkeys I want to call you, but I'm holding back on it because it's Black History Month. But just know March 1st, I'm letting that shit fly. Because y'all are really here. A Black woman was shot, and y'all are trying to do everything in your power to prove that that didn't happen. When we've seen her foot, when we saw video of her limping out of the car, leaving a trail of blood in her fucking wake, and y'all are championing behind a man, a Black man who shot a Black woman, none of you are seeing the pearly fucking gates. Especially you academics, you big bitch. Where the fuck is Vic Mensa when you need him? I need him to really slap the shit out of you, because I am sick and tired. Because it's so funny. It is so funny the way niggas would slander DJ Academics. Slander this man to high fucking heaven. and it was just his little cult followers who would stand by him. But now when we're talking about the a black woman getting shot, y'all standing behind this nigga? Y'all are sick. Y'all make me sick to my fucking stomach. That's really all I'm going to say about it. I am going to save the rest of this for my Patreon if you want to check that out. I will definitely link it in my description box as well as in the pinned comment below. So yeah, that's it for me. This unsurprisingly turned into a rant because I had a lot of feelings about this. Again, fuck academics, fuck Tory Lanez, fuck bloggers in general. Y'all have become menaces since y'all started getting paid. I hate that. Money really be changing y'all. But what are your guys' thoughts on the things we talked about? You know, Hollywood Unlocked, Queen Elizabeth. Do y'all think she dead? Like, do y'all really? Like, I want to know. And also, like, what are your takes and opinions on how, you know, blogging and in particular gossip blogging has changed over the years? But yeah, that's it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Hopefully by April, May, we are at 1,000 because like right now we're at 990, and I really, really hope we can hit 1,000 soon. So those of you who were here before 1,000, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Hopefully, you know, a 990 more. I don't know. Listen, I'm just here for a good time. Bye, guys.